Countdown. Okay, countdown. There we go.
Ready whenever you, Doc.
All right, no music tonight. Okay, so anyway,
yeah, I got music, but I wondered where the countdown was.
It happened.
I just
did
did
it. Did?
Yeah.
Then here's the music.
You just did?
Trump dance. I'm on a delay. Okay, enough of that. Okay.
Well, everybody, welcome. This is Chance's Chat, of course. And, of course, I'm Docg. We have Bear, Fascinating Brian, and, of course, our Chancellor, Chance McFadden today. Welcome to the show. And this may be for entertainment purposes, but it may not be. This is Chance's Chat.
Guys, there's so much stuff going on. I'm just going to start right off with it. And anybody else that's got anything to add to it, bring it on. Okay. Listen, Julie, I saw you popped up there. And there's Deborah. Hey, Julie, this is going to be all over Telegram, whether it's true or not. I hope it is true. But you know what? The minute I just got it on the phone call before the show started, 2 minutes from a guy who's like a brother to me, and he's got a contact in Reno. Okay? The contact in Reno just called and told him, he said, Biden's getting picked up at 8 o'clock tonight, our time. So my time, Central Time, that's in a half an hour. Now, wouldn't that be something if it does happen and it got broke here first? Let's go, Brandon. Let's go, Brandon. Okay, I know you're just an actor, and but it's time for you to go. This movie's over. It's time to go to the rodeo and have a good time. Julie, Godzell, it's good to see you. And who was the other young lady that came up there?
There's so many. They're coming in so fast. I got to keep throwing them in and out like quickly. Like hundreds of people on here.
Judy Evans, I guess.
Yeah, she's new.
Is that right?
She said she's new. She say finally caught this live. Yeah, see.
Well. Wow, Judy's a cutie. How about that? All right. Well, listen, guys. This is going at light speed. Everything's happening. My speedboat theory. Everything's happening. Okay. Did anybody pay attention to the stock market today? 80 now. Okay.
I got over 100 people watching this. 150 people right now.
Stock market like this today. It's hovering above the ground. It's amazing. I'm seeing, instead of seeing myself in real time, I'm delaying. So if I put my hands down, there's a 2-second delay. Oh. That is weird. That's probably because we got so many people coming on. It's probably interfering with the bandwidth or something, be my guess. I'm saying words and my lips don't move. It's magic, folks. Yes, and I'm going to levitate again like I did last week. I will do that for you. I will levitate again, Jude. I'm not going to tell you when, but I will levitate off this chair just to mess with everybody's mind.
You seeing your lips and move is messing with my mind right now.
Hey, not
now
only
my video's not moving at all on the screen.
not only is the stock market down, but the real estate market is down 14.5% from last year. It's
From last
crashing
week
hard.
or year.
Last year, it's crashing hard.
Go, baby. Go, baby.
Drop.
You know that property I want? It's just sitting there waiting for me to swoop.
It's dropping right now. Man, you can pick up office space for 20% of what it used to be 6 months ago. 20%. It's ridiculous. Nobody's renting the places. All the businesses have dried up. And that's not just here.
Well,
it's everywhere. They've dropped like 80%.
Nobody's buying cars either. I just saw that on TikTok. There's car dealerships like we slashed the prices really deep, and nobody's coming in to buy cars.
Ford's got a gas leak in their cars. This just happened. Ford's got a gas leak in their cars. They got 43,000 SUV recall. They can't fix it. Wow. Leaking gas, catching on fire. They're about done. It's going to be this one's going to hurt a little bit. But yeah, they got a big problem.
But what's really interesting is like behind the scenes, some of these car manufacturers, especially like Ford, they've already got the upgrades or the hydrogen ones. They're just not going to release them out right now. They'll do it probably toward the end of the year. And then everyone's going to jump ship and you're going to see all sorts of cool stuff. Mm-hmm. I'm looking forward to those Lego-like tires too, especially since we'll never have to like fill a tire with air ever again, which I always found that kind of interesting when I was a kid. I'm looking at the Legos and thinking, these tires make a lot of sense. Now, why do I have to change a flat?
When I started at Ford's back in 94, they drove a car. I don't know if I told you guys this already or not, but they drove a car from Nova Scotia, Halifax, Nova Scotia, all the way across Canada to get to British Columbia, used 2 gallons of water, made it all the way. And that program disappeared, man. It was gone so fast, it wasn't even fun. So fast. They had the vehicle in the plant, at the Michigan truck plant. And those of you who have been up here, they know where the Michigan truck plant's at. We do a lot of pilot vehicles through there. And yeah, they had that vehicle. This technology is well known.
I'm back. Hi, Carol. Hi, Deb, and everybody else that's come on. We got a lot of people on here. I'm going to try to cover a lot of stuff in our allotted time tonight, guys. And first, I want to tell you, I don't know. I haven't been able to vet whether you're going to need a trust before you go in for your currency exchange or not. We've recommended it, but now there's Tressie Trek is saying it is a necessity to have a trust. And I don't know. I'm going to reserve comment on that. I'm just going to say if you want a trust, we've got the regular trust, the irrevocable and revocable trust on sale for 40% off, which brings it around $1,400. And these are high quality trusts. Okay, we also got the Express Trust, which is a $5,000 trust. That's on sale for $2,500. And the Express Trust, I'm going to tell you about an Express Trust, is the only protection against the bad guys. All other trusts, according to law, can only support an Express Trust. Express trusts are not dependent on statutes. When you take control of your all capital letter name, vessel, via a Express Trust, the system cannot harm you, and one must learn how to live in sovereignship by and through an Express Trust to avoid violating trade secret. How does one learn how to violate the trade secret? The bad guys all think they're above the law, and they think they can do whatever they want to, okay? thinking that they don't have to answer or answering is violating of the trade secret. So, which is wrong on both accounts. They are accountable. Okay, so it teaches you how to live in harmony, and basically you become bulletproof. But you do have to learn. You have to take classes, and you have to, be able to defend the trust yourself. Okay, Kent and Muggsy, like 4 years ago on KCOR, said Ford has an anti-gravity vehicle. They're working on a prototype. Plus, showed a NASA space capsule in a commercial is a soft disclosure of the SSP. Whoever G is, you're absolutely right. And I've actually seen videos of the Ford prototype flying car. I've seen it. So that is a real thing. It will probably come out within 6 months. We are within days of the Nassau coming out. Whether or not the RVGCR comes out at the same time remains to be seen. But Atlanta, Georgia, today, I got a report from some people that were there. People in Atlanta, Georgia are getting through to the redemption centers. I don't know how they're doing it. They're probably preferential customers. Now, I want to tell you the latest update from the intake officer. Okay? There's actually two of them. Chance, as a side note, I do believe our system is being sabotaged intentionally to keep you from getting some permanent information. I am aware that some people do not like the negotiating information that I'm sharing with you. Okay? Now, it says, no, do what I'm going to do. Enjoy the rest of your day. Be fantastic. And then late today, came in Alak, the governor of the CBI, told the Iraqi citizens to prepare for the currency exchange. In my opinion, it's already happened. We're usually 3 weeks behind. Remember that. We're 3 weeks behind. They're getting their act together in Iraq before we start pouncing on them and start drooling all over ourselves with all the money, okay? Be getting the citizens ready for the currency exchange. Those in the Kurdistan region of Iraq are expecting by this Saturday. So that's this Saturday. We're expecting the announcement. Prime Minister Sadani has yet to make his speech after a successful trip to the U.S., and that was because he met with the president of Turkey, and that kind of slowed things up a little bit. He is expected to include speaking on the exchange rate. U.S. banks are currently on standby. They still have the rates on their screens and are waiting authorizations to process you. As of Tuesday, Wells Fargo is considered to be the lead bank because they will take anyone and everyone. Let's hope they're ready to change their ways. I don't know if I'm going to open an account with them. If I do, it won't be very big. But anyway, they were told to stay ready. 3-letter agencies, International Monetary Fund, UST, etc. Nothing coming until this weekend. The powers that be want 3 more days to get their ducks in a row. So I'm saying Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We could see this Monday or Tuesday. Sadani's trip to the U.S. got him the green light to go. And Turkey's signing 26 memorandums understanding it was very important. So what you got is a bunch of people in those sand countries that you got to repeat yourself over and over and over and over and over again because they usually don't get it, okay? And so that's why they got 26 memorandums. Iraq is being held up as the economic star of the Middle East, and Jamie Dimon said Iraq is going to save the financial situation of the world. Jamie Dimon with JP Morgan said that today. And let's see. What do you got to add, Bear? You got a lot, I know.
I got a couple things. I know that the rate came out on the citizens' cards that they had everybody in the country go in and get a bank card, like it's like a debit ATM card, at $3.91. I know that. So everybody in the whole country, the rate went up in country, not international, but in country, it went to $3.91. I also know Al Locke pre-recorded this message that they're getting ready to play. I know that 2 weeks ago they put up TVs all over Iraq in the public places to make sure everybody would see it. I think when the Gazette comes out on Saturday, it's going to have a real nice message that we're all going to enjoy. That's what I think.
Now, Brian, I think you've probably been noticing, Brian, there's all kinds of scams coming out of the woodwork. All kinds of psyops. Okay, everything's a psyop. Yeah, I know. But the scams in particular, have you noticed any new ones coming up, Brian? Because I have.
Well, it's so the one that a lot of people need to be aware of most of all is you got to break out of your normal routine. And what I mean is normal routine. If you go to like little, junky food supermarkets like 7-Eleven, don't do it because your card is at jeopardy, in jeopardy if it does get scammed. You're still going to receive phone calls from, donate to your police and, this and that. It's never gonna end. Now, am I saying you're going to put your full trust into this new idea or mechanism with the bank? No, you go in there with discernment and you ask a lot of questions. This is the problem with the human perception. You get too excited like children and you don't ask enough questions. That's no one's fault but your own if your journey takes a hard right turn or a hard left turn. So I would encourage you to use discernment. If you are someone who can perpetually feeds off of the news, just know that it's all psyopsis because you are getting things that are weeks later. You are getting projections of when someone picks up the phone. Can I release this now? Can I just drop the illusion? Yeah, go ahead. Drop the stock market down a couple notches. It's supposed to happen this day anyways. So you're going to get a lot of that kind of BS feedback where it's just for you to consume and go, oh, wow, something's changing. So am I missing anything or you have a new scam that's coming available? And the good thing is you don't have to worry about door-to-door scams. So no one's going to be coming into your neighborhood, knocking and offering you their version of Girl Scout cookies.
That's good, Girl Scout cookies. Okay,
some
well,
people asking how to get a hold of me. You can DM me at your leisure.
Oh, that was here. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, you can just DM me.
And then we had another question here. Chance, you want to answer that?
Sure. I live in a hurricane area. Should I pay for flood insurance or FEMA? Or is FEMA being dissolved? FEMA is being dissolved. In the event that FEMA does not exist, yeah, I will, Doc. And I anticipate it being gone. Okay, it's just a bullshit organization anyway. It's been there except for politicians to launder money through. But
I got something on there
here's
too.
the thing. Oh, I want to hear it, but I don't care what insurance company you got. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you got a $10 million building and lightning strikes it and it's going to the ground, or if you got a fender bender on your car. The insurance companies are not paying. They're not paying. They've been told to drag out any any claims made. They have been told, don't pay anything. They're broke. They're barely making salaries. Now, in California alone, 18,000 insurance agents have been gone. They've been laid off. But there's another 6,000 coming at the end of the month. And I heard that, who was it? One of the big five banks is laying off. Hi, WV Watcher. They're laying off 500 phone representatives. One of the big banks. It's not Chase. It's not Wells Fargo. It's not HSBC. I can't remember who it is. But anyway, the economy is still failing, even though we are going to be getting solvent. They are still insolvent. That's why we as humanitarians are necessary to come forward and do our part. Okay. So get the new house and the new car out of your system, and go buy yourself a new guitar from FortMadisonGuitars.com or whatever, but you're going to be good. Okay. So then let's start worrying about helping people after the 90 days is over, because I want you to keep your mouth shut. Okay. Remember my Nanya thing. Nanya. Especially family. There's only one family member that I can really trust right now, and he just walked through. So there you go. Oh, Pacific Insurance pulled out of California along with another carrier. Yeah, I heard that. I just couldn't remember the name of the company. Didn't they have like 12,000 policy holders that they just, that's it, they're done? Trying to get insurance but just remember, insurance is a cabal thing. Go ahead and tell us what you got, Bear, about
FEMA.
About the insurance companies. FEMA.
Oh, okay. No, this was about FEMA. They were holding 27 people on Attic Island, which is out in the Aleutians. And there was a bunch of FEMA jerks. And FEMA's so dirty, it's not even funny anymore. During all the hurricanes, man, they're going in, they're ripping off houses, they're doing all kinds of crap. Problem is they keep running into Delta Force, and they keep running into some of our other brothers out there who just smoke them. And it's a beautiful thing. So anyway, they get to this one. There's 3 idiots over there guarding these people. And they had these people in a makeshift jail on the island. So the guys parachute in, take out 3 of the 4 sentries, take the other one and play with him for a minute. How long? Gathered up all these people, and they had to bring another plane in to get them all off the island. So they've all been rescued. They're all safe. They're all good. FEMA guys lost about 11 or 12 guys. Boo-hoo. Bye. Glad they're gone. Anyway, those 27 J6ers are free.
Right. Well, you do know the assistant director of FEMA was executed down in Gitmo here just a few weeks ago. And they posted that proudly all over the place.
Yeah, they did.
I want to talk to you about a video that's. Oh, go ahead.
You going to talk about the helicopters in Chattanooga?
Oh, that was a good one too. I wasn't thinking about that, but go ahead.
Yeah, that's some of our boys. A good work right there. That was good. They took them down
I wonder
hardcore.
I wonder who they're taking out.
I can't say.
You know?
I can't say.
Okay, well, it's 10 till 8, so let's go, Brandon. It's 10 till 8. Let's go, Brandon.
I just want to see him rip the mask off this clown. I really do. I can't wait.
I think we all want that,
such a joke. Huh?
I think we all want that.
God, yeah.
The movie that comes to an end.
There's a lot of Delta forces going on, even like ET
everywhere.
operations that also have nothing to do with human operations. And you would be surprised that even our U.S. military, even the most elite, are probably accidentally like going against some of the good guys that are helping and not knowing that they're good guys. but because
trust me, Brian, this thing is so meticulous. It's not even funny. This is surgical. Just like Chattanooga, they walked in, they dropped in, come through about 20 feet off the deck, dropped down the ropes, rappelled down, bam, bam, flash bangs, throw them in, go in, grab them, you're gone. It's fast. It's an artwork watching these boys go. It is. I want to go back.
What's happening in Chattanooga is what looks to be a military exercise is something else, and Bear's going to share that with us maybe next week. Well, it'll be all right to share it with because
it'll be okay next week.
Because the operation is going on right now, so I don't know anything about it, but he does. But we're better off just keep our mouths shut about it because don't want to foo-foo any of the operations because you'd be surprised at people that listen to this show. Okay.
Yep. And I ain't saying nothing to get my brothers in trouble.
Yeah, I get it.
Gets me a couple of places.
Yeah, I bet it does. Some doors open. Yeah,
they open up pretty quick.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's certain things that are going on that I don't even know. Just a little of it. Just a little. And when you think that the military isn't all over the United States, you better think again. You'll see little cluster of guys here, little cluster of guys there. Big cities, small cities, doesn't matter. Remember all the trains going across with all the tanks and all the Humvees and all the water trucks and everything else?
Yep.
Okay? They were just spreading out. They're spreading out. They're everywhere. You don't recognize them because they're in civilian clothes. And the haircuts of the day are short too. So they're kind of hard to pick out. Now for me, I could pick them out in a minute just by the way they stand and walk.
Yep.
So yeah, trust me, they're all over the United States. They're in other countries as well.
There's several fields, Bear. There's several fields just in Iowa alone that has a bunch of military equipment stashed, and nobody's watching it, and they've got some camouflage over it. I know I've seen some of it. Some of it's over by Watcheer, and some of it's over by Lone Tree. And can this operation extend to the White House? Sure, because the White House is going to be destroyed eventually. Mm-hmm. It is a den of inequity, and we are going to. It's going to be. Yep. Rods of God.
That'll be interesting because I don't think anyone will the only people that will actually know will be boots on the ground when they physically see it. And it'll probably hit TikTok or any of those. Well, it may or may not. So that's one of those tricky things where if the internet has a kill switch, meaning everything's killed as a controlled demolition and operations, then yeah, I mean, if anyone does any recordings, they'll probably be posting later, but we'll just kind of have to see. That's for sure.
Tara had a question that came up.
I'll put it back up. Go ahead.
Okay. Said the red blades, part of the windmill mounted on the roof of the iconic Paris building, fell to the ground overnight in the early hours of Thursday. What's up with that one? That was a signal. That was a white hat signal. That means go. It's like a red flag when you're going to start the race. You got the red flag. Go. That's what that was. That was the signal. Something's going. Okay. Just going to tell you that. Now, they're trying to keep the illusion of the November elections going as if all is on track. But there aren't any political ads for local politicians coming on air at all. Absolutely. And who is the only name you're hearing on television, on any channel, and on the internet? Why, that would be Trump. Gustav O'Reilly? Gustav O'Reilly? No, it's Donald Trump. I'm sorry, Mickey. Good guess, though. Thanks for playing. Look, stop by on the way out and get your consolation prize.
Hey, did you guys see the TV antennas get smashed over in the Ukraine?
Oh yeah, I heard about that. They've been doing that for a while. I even heard that they can't can't make an antenna out of aluminum foil, so they took all their aluminum foil away from them.
You know, they were sending a signal on top of a signal, and they had a box that could decode that, and that's how they was or bidding on the kids and all that crap. It was all in there.
Yep. Sunflower Girl asked, what about the horses?
The Spetsnaz came in there and took them boys out. Spetsnaz are some bad boys too.
That's great.
If you've been trained that Russia's garbage your whole life, they're just mean, they're evil. That's the biggest bunch of horse crap I ever seen in my life. You know, and when you find out Hitler wasn't a bad guy, you're really gonna freak out. I promise you that.
Yeah, a lot of people ain't gonna be able to wrap their head around it.
No. Well, who tells the story? The victor or the loser? The victor.
Yeah, I get it.
Right? Yeah, but yeah, like there's cool
the victor goes to spoils, yeah.
Right.
Like the moon landing. Like the moon landing, Bear. Same thing. Yeah. Who took the pictures of the thing landing on the moon, right?
Who took the picture? Who's the sorry guy left behind to film it going up?
Yeah, there you go.
Well, my dad, it's like I told you guys a couple of weeks ago. The first guy on the moon was the cameraman that set up the camera so he could photograph these guys.
Right.
Stanley Kubrick. It was Stanley Kubrick and his.
The poor guy, I want to hear. He's still waiting for a ride.
Yeah, there's a photo floating around about the moon rover. It's got doggone lawn chairs in it, man. It's hilarious. There's a video going around, and it's great. It really shows it up close. It's really those old nylon aluminum lawn chairs. It's just hilarious. I seen that and I about cried laughing.
Robin Hansen says Zurich bombs haven't gone yet, so in my opinion, we won't see Iraq yet. Remember, if you're reading something that says this, it's probably a lie from the script writers. They're doing everything to play this down, okay? Because Trump has yet to take down the media. That's coming. It's coming. Julie says, was in downtown Albany, New York the other day. Lots of antennas on top of the building. Looks like they're getting ready for free energy. Yeah. Oh, please, God.
It's coming. Tesla Energy, Tesla Systems, it's coming. It pulls right in off the ether, right off the side of your house. Have a small antenna going up. The box is a converter, converts it over to 110 power. You're done. Remember, and there's a lot of things. We're 3 weeks behind on 3 weeks. Right? Well, with this power, man, they've been hiding it from us for decades. No joke.
Yeah, but they've been telling you all about it in all the storytelling.
They have to.
It's just phenomenal. You could think of it as like magic, essentially. It's pulled from the ether.
Right.
And what really boggles the mind is people think like, oh, isn't the ether the spiritual realm? I'm like, well, you'd be surprised. It is just one part of an idea. However, you can exist in the ether. Mm-hmm. Can you live in the ether? Absolutely not. You cannot. But can you walk in or through different dimensions within that vibrational bandwidth? Well, once we become more, I would say, fourth dimensional, where you have a silicon crystal-like body, not the carbon-based body, you're going to have to get re-educated. You're going to have to get to know your neighbors. And I don't just mean the good ones, neutral ones, and the bad ones too, because you got to navigate it all. And you can't be complacent in it, because it's a different understanding, it's a different calibration, and you're not using chakras. You're using a whole new attuning frequency and device that is tailored for manifesting and solidifying matter through toroid fields, which you can do. It's crazy. And and I'm sure there's a lot of studies and technologies that will be released, even Tesla touch based on how that works with the ether, with physical things that have the right principles and calibration. So get ready, everyone. It's gonna I can't say it enough. Everything's gonna like blow everybody's mind, and we all have to start from scratch.
You know, all the schools are going to be, they're rewriting all the information, you know, all the books, everything else. They have to, because everything's been a complete lie. They're redoing everything they started in 17. It's just, they got to rewrite everything. And it's going to take some time. And the kids are going to have about a year off school because they're not going to keep teaching them this garbage that they've been teaching them. But back to the toroidal fields, that's where the Ethernet comes from. Okay? And you can go on your Google Earth, find a substation, follow that sucker out all the way around this big arc where the main towers are, right? The high tension towers. Follow those high tension towers all the way through town, out in the country, come back in. They come right back to that substation. Where's the power coming from then? It's coming from the ether.
They're also pulling it from the ground too, because an earth battery is an easy thing to create. It's very, very easy to create. Now, who am I sponsored? Yeah, well, we'll get to that in a minute. My son's worried about talking about our sponsors. So, APL Go, Debbie Stevens, who's not here tonight. We miss you, Debbie. I know you got a lot going on. You got internet problems. I guess I got a new director off to the side or something. Told me what to do. I didn't do it last week either. No, an Immuassist Advance. You get $5 off when you use Advance with Chance. But APL Go, you can get a hold of Debbie Stevens at Debbie Stevens, STEPHENS at me.com. She is your representative for APL Go, and they're having sales all the time. I can't live without the stuff. So hang on, get yourself some APL Go. And listen, after you have done your currency exchange, you have no excuse to go out and get some of these products to try to better yourself prior to going into a med bed. Get yourself ready now, okay? Regardless of what it is, okay? If you got $250 and you got your act together and you want to get a website, you come on and get a hold of me, and I will get you in touch with Docg. And if you want to see what kind of work Docg is doing, you need to go to chancemcfadden.com. It's still under construction, but we've got it up and it's working, and we're going to do some work on it this week. I said that last week, but we've both had a crazy week. And then with the recreational vehicle coming any minute, we're all kind of sitting on pins and needles with that too. So you want a website, a quality website, get a hold of me. It's $250 for the website, and then it's $50 a month hosting. And I will help whenever I can on help putting your website together. But it's all done with a template, and there's multiple templates. So you can individualize your website to whatever you want, and you'll see some stuff on my website when you go to chancemcfadden.com. You'll see some stuff on there that isn't quite what I wanted, but we're going to change it around. So don't worry. If they start talking about haircuts, then you'll know I used a barbershop template, okay? But it's because God knows I know nothing about haircuts, okay? So, all right. Well, okay, now that I mentioned APL Go, Debbie, immuassistadvance.com. The link should be over there in the chat.
Raw originals?
Huh?
Do you still do raw originals, or is
they never did sponsor. I thought it was a good product. Raworigins.org. Raworigins.org. They got some really good dog food, but right now, this particular time, a lot of people cannot afford $150 for 6 tubes of dog food. Now, if you think about the value of it, it's really a good value if you only got 1 or 2 small dogs. But if you got these apes like I got around here, then it's I'd be giving them that in a week. I'm doing good to have any furniture. They haven't chewed it up yet. Okay, guys. Elon Musk. I had somebody want me to talk about Elon Musk. All you have to do, if you can research it, if they haven't scrubbed it off the internet, you're going to find out that the person that you're seeing as Elon Musk is basically an AI version of Elon Musk. They do have an actor playing the role in a mask. And we're hoping this weekend, Robin. We're hoping this weekend or before. But anyway, Elon Musk is part of the movie. Okay? And Elon Musk and all his crazy electric cars and everything else is just going to kind of fade away. He'll slowly fade away. Like, remember 2 weeks ago? What was the big deal? P. Diddy! Oh, P. Diddy did this and P. Diddy did that, and they're picking up P. Diddy, and he's working for the FBI. Where's P. Diddy now? Well, he can't get arrested because nobody's talking about him. Okay? He's just Elon Musk is a major flavor of the day. P. Diddy was a minor flavor of the day. Okay? So don't worry about Elon. He's going to be gone soon enough.
You want coffee?
Yes. Yes, I want coffee. I was up at 7 o'clock this morning. Isn't it great to have a director that? I mean, he's even being a waitress too. You know what's really funny is if you get him in a situation, he will just absolutely crack you up because he's probably one of the funniest guys I know. But he hasn't felt good enough in the last few months to be funny like he used to be. But he will be back. Hey, how about medbed information, Bear? What do you got? You got any new updates?
No, actually, I don't. Not on the med beds. I know they're ready. I know there's over 16,000 spread out across the United States. They're staffed up, ready to go.
Right.
They're going to have everybody through within 1 year. They'll have everybody through.
Right. And here's the other thing. Now listen. I'm going to tell you what about people that think about real estate. I want you to think about this for real estate. Okay. As I walk through the nursing home today, and I'm familiar with some of the people there, and I'm familiar with their faces and everything, and I'm seeing their suffering. And one kid has a spinal injury, and then some of these people have Alzheimer's. You know the drill. You've been through a nursing home before. I said to the physical therapist yesterday, young girl, 25, I said, "Do you have anything else besides this that you might want to do?" "No, I wanted to do this my whole life." I said, "Well, you're maybe going to have to get a different career." Mm-hmm. And she goes, "What?"
Oh, yeah.
And I said, "Listen to me. There's medical technologies coming out that you can't." I said, "Have you heard of the med beds?" And she goes, "No, I've never heard of that." Well, that's why your career is going to go. That's why the nursing careers are going to be going. What's going to be the new medical technology is not only the med beds, but the people that help people until they get into the med beds. So you're going to be a caregiver. If you're like in the emergency room and all the med beds are full, somebody's got to be a caregiver until, an emergency situation. So, and then the technicians, you're going to have to learn how to be a technician. We're going to need a lot more technicians, because if we got 16,000, how many is that per state? About 300 per state, isn't it, Bear?
I don't know. I can't do the math on that one right now. My head hurts.
I think
they'll probably have, I would assume, because those devices are pretty complicated. So either they're going to have like a new generation of like freshmen graduates or people or internship, depending on the scale of the technology. They may even have some starseed who's, you know, off planet, looks human. You couldn't tell them apart if you even tried, and they'll probably
Right.
like teeth on the ground because they can be very technical. And yes, so they'll probably have more than one person on staff in case they need, and engineers too. There's going to be a lot more engineers, surprisingly, in the near future.
Do you know I know
military
that
right now. Everybody that's running these right now is military, and you have the primary guy. You call him the engineer, but there's also other staff members. Normally, there's 2 to 3 staff members with them, and you get in one, 20 minutes, 20 minutes, 20 minutes, you're gone.
Yeah,
So
I will tell you.
On average. Some boys take a little, or some people take a little longer. Missing limbs take 14 to 15 hours for a full missing limb. But most people will be in and out within an hour. You'll be done, be set and ready to go.
The good news is there's no nonsense, so they'll kick you off to the side if you're
right.
When you do get your chance to go in, be pleasant, be nice as you can. These people are there to help you, and they've had enough crap. They don't need any more. So be nice, be pleasant. You know, they're going to be real pleasant with you. They will say, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, yes, sir, no, sir. It's like I always do when people get upset about. I can't help it. But yeah, I was raised right, so that's why I use those terms. But these people that are in there, you know, they're just military personnel right now. They are training up other people to come in, but right now it's just all military. So,
well, I wanted to add, I do know one of the technicians. Okay, and this is one of the other that is not military. Okay, and you know her, Brian, and that's Miss Nikki, and you know her, Docg. She's been on here.
Yeah,
Miss Nikki is a very well trained medical nurse. She's worked with everybody. I mean, in all aspects of the MD field. And she told me about 6 months ago, she did a whole bunch of med bed training. So she's ready to go when they start using civilians. Okay. And I thought that was, I just kind of felt blessed that I knew her, and she's such a wonderful person, you know. And she said, yeah. And she said, she said, the training is really not that difficult. But then again, oh no, Judy, don't tell me that. Judy says, my daughter just got on hospice care. Med beds can't come fast enough. Oh my God, Judy. I'm so sorry. I am so sorry.
Alkaline her body right now, today. Alkaline her body instantly. Apricot seeds. I mean, oh my God, there's so much information out there.
Baking soda. We're assuming it's cancer.
Baking soda. Right.
Baking soda, warm water. Okay, if it is cancer is a mold. But if you look at it in an electron microscope, the mold is actually parasites. Okay? And you're treating mustard gas is chemotherapy is mustard gas. It's poison. Don't use chemotherapy. Go after the parasites.
My neighbor, 4 doors down. 4 doors down.
Yeah, no biopsies either, guys. No biopsies, because that cuts in and spreads it.
My neighbor, 4 doors down in 2017, it was diagnosed stage 4 throat cancer. She went in, she did the chemo for a minute, she did the radiation for a minute. I said, why are you doing that? She said, I'm going to die. I said, no, you're not. I said, it's not written on your foot. It's not written anywhere, right? Gave her some Simpson oil. 90 days later, she walks back in the doc, and Doc says, well, what are you doing? She said, why? He said, because I can't find any cancer in you at all.
Right.
She's not the only one we helped with that. And Simpson oil's out there. You guys need to get a hold of it for cancer. It kills cancer. It surrounds the cells. It cuts off the oxygen. It cuts off the food supply, and the cells die, and you excrete them from your body. It's that simple.
Where do we get that
alkaline water? Get the alkaline water, like Doc said, and with the seeds, the apricot seeds,
right?
It all helps. It all helps.
ACT, there's so many different things. Yeah.
Do not give up hope. Okay.
Right.
Fight fight it.
And order from Australia. You can order from Australia B17. It's not illegal over there. Right. Order B17. We know, Bear and I both know people from Australia, important people. I could probably get some sent over here if you need some. Do the apricot, do the baking soda, do everything. But if she's got cancer, I want her to live. I want to meet her. That's your challenge. I want to meet her. You got to get her over this. It's important.
I was going to say, because Agenda 21 isn't over. They're going to keep it up to the very bitter end. And, and even the stragglers. I'm sorry. We've been poisoned every which way, including on Sunday. So and I just want people to be aware that we've all been tricked. And everyone's had COVID. You just assume everyone's had COVID. You just happen to have a far better immune system through it all. And we're talking shots in everything, right? Shots in the food, shots in the fish, and avocados. So in eggs, it sounds horrible, but you guys all have to be realistic that, the human body, especially those that are very sovereign in their own existence, have a strong will to live and fight for, what is right. And you will acclimate and fight through your DNA, because it is a very powerful source of creation. So yeah, sorry for cutting you off, Chance.
No, you're great. That's great. No, we gotta, we all gotta work together. We all gotta work together. And I'm the most visible guy in the world. Okay. chancemusic@yahoo.com is my email address. Everybody should know that by now. Or you can text me at 319-561-0064. Please, if you've got problems like this, we have professionals. I have one of my best friends in the whole wide world, Docg. He is a Nuka doctor, and he knows all about nutrition and homeopathic stuff. We've got a lot of experts. With Bear knows about it. Brian knows about it. Doc knows about it. I know about it. We could always, if we need more research, we could call Sam Muggsy. If we, Kent Dunn knows about it. There's so much information out there. Yeah. Let the nurses laugh when they're in. Let the nurses laugh when they're unemployed. But when their mother or grandmother gets cured of Alzheimer's and is 20 years younger, then let them continue to laugh, okay?
I think Grandma's going to grab her purse and start mauling on the dock. Honestly, after she gets done with the med bed, you're going to see her cursing, kicking off her sandals, and going to beat the living snot out of people. That's what I see.
Yeah, and you know what? The one thing I'm going to remember is all the people that ignored me. I got a grandson down in Austin, Texas, and he doesn't even know I'm alive. He don't even care. And him and I were so close. I'm the one that got him into music. I'm the one that taught him guitar. I'm the one that gave him his first 3 guitars. I'm the one that fixed everything for him. I love him dearly. I still do, but he has treated me like a red-headed stepchild, like I am not important. Well, guess what? Guess what? I got friends in big places. I got friends in important places, and I'm going to be around for a while, and I'm going to kick butt and take names, and I'm going to be the guy you're going to call for help. The hell with calling Ghostbusters. Call me, because I'm the guy that wears the superhero shirt. I'm going to do my best to help you no matter what, and I don't care. I don't care. I don't care what anybody else says. Okay, fenbendazole is wonderful, Monique. I take that and ivermectin every day. Every day.
44 milligrams, 3 days.
I use the paste. I use the paste about a toothpaste, like on a toothbrush, Black seed oil, I take it every day. It's a great product that kills parasites. Listen, I'm going to tell you what. I do this parasitic cleanse that's just off the hook. I take so much stuff, activated charcoal, sweet wormwood. I'm taking C, I'm taking B1, B2, B12. I need to order some B17. B17 is really good for that. Yeah. Soursop is incredible. Yes. See, we're just doing a show. We're just doing a show talking about everything. And Magic Jeff, the cure for cancer, for cancer, check out the truth about cancer.com. Many cures for cancer. Yes, because it is a mold, but if you go into an electron microscope, you will find out it is parasites. They all come together and they're working together in harmony to eat you. Okay? Let's get rid of them.
Do you know what? Do you know when you get hungry and you get a headache from being hungry? You know what that is?
Oh boy, do I know what that is. Good.
I'm giving it to him, Doc. I'm going to give it to him.
Go ahead, do it. Go ahead.
It's the parasites urinating in your brain.
Yep.
Because they're hungry. And they want all this extra nutrients. You get rid of that, your headaches go down immensely. I use fenbendazole 444 and take 1 capsule 3 days in a row, 1 capsule every day. Gone. But let me tell you what, it ain't pretty when they come out.
I know that. I know. I got several alien space life forms coming out of me on a daily basis. Hey, go back.
They came out of my friend's arm.
I don't know anybody that can ignore me.
Oh my God! But yeah, they get killed off so easy, And we used up to the 1970s. Everybody dewormed. It wasn't a big deal. Everybody did it. Heck, my mom. I got 5 brothers. She hit all at the same time. We dewormed all the time, like once a month. We was around horses, chickens, everything else. But still. And then all of a sudden they come in, oh, this is bad for you. This is bad for you. Why? Because you guys can't make money on it. And that's exactly what it was about. They can't make money on it. But deworming, man, it's crazy. I'll tell you that right now. It's crazy. But you got to. You really got to.
When you're having that headache, I'll tell you how to get rid of the parasites in the brain. It's a very simple thing, and I get my walnuts for free. Eat walnuts. Eat yourself a couple hands full of walnuts every day. Serious.
I can't.
And pumpkin seeds. Seeds.
I get sick on them. I can't
You
eat.
Can't take walnuts?
No. I can't eat walnuts, almonds, peanuts. I can eat peanuts too a little bit. I can have a couple of Reese's, but that's my limit. Yeah.
Depends on people's DNA, honestly, what they can eat and consume. So, and to remind people, even though you go through the med bed and, you finally are cleansed, you pushed everything out, you're free, just so you know, you are not 100% parasitic free because you pull it from the ether. You pull it from the ether. And what's really amazing, and as everyone knows, everything has a toroid. So you have a toroid, each individual cell toroid field that operates as a collective for your vessel. You're your own universe, right? So you have microscopic kind of miniature, almost like little doorways where those things appear. And they appear because of how you behave. They appear by your emotion, your frequency, vibration. And since everything is all energy, it also is what you consume, right? So the more balanced you are, it's going to dictate either no parasite. And if you have bad habits, same thing. It all pulls from within you in the ether, because that's where everything exists. And it's not that it's a bad thing, and you can't look at source and think, well, thanks a lot, source, it sucks. Why'd you do this? Well, obviously it's for dynamics, right? To give you a dynamic journey, to give you dynamic choices, right? So you need to understand that in any perfect realm, it's all about the imperfections. Nothing's perfect, and it will always remain that way. So yeah, just be aware that ETs too, and other beings, they have problems. It's not 100%, but are there ways to fix, cure, or mitigate them? Absolutely. And every realm has its own antidotes, its own medicines. It's whether or not the people wish to take charge, ultimately speaking. Yeah.
That's absolutely true.
Somebody keeps asking about med beds, and they keep asking, will you need physical therapy when you get out of the med bed? No, you will not, because you have muscle memory, your cell memory, everything is still there. You will not need therapy. The boys I've seen walk in and walk back out, hobble in and walk back out, he didn't need no therapy. 15 hours, brand new leg. Walked out walked better than I did. I ain't saying a lot, but yeah, he walked great. He didn't have any issue.
So a lot of people, sorry, Bear.
No, go ahead, brother.
So here's the thing that people need to understand, and I know this might seem confusing, but this is my opinion. So, and I want to make this clear so that way it gives you a enhanced version. You have two motors. You have, and I probably said this before. Your primary motor is your heart. Okay, it is the primary motor that keeps the blood flowing, keeps the energy, everything, going to your brain, especially. The brain is the second motor. Now, here's the thing that a lot of people have a problem with. You think your memories and everything, your knowledge is tied to your brain. It is not. It is not a part of your brain. It has nothing to do with it. It is your motor to move your body. That's why if people lose half a lobe of their brain, they're still highly functional. They can still think clearly and operate. That's a pretty good indication. It's just for the motor. One motor has more of the engine for analytical and critical thinking, and the other one has more creativity within having dynamic expression, such as a contortionist. I'll just put it that way, to where you can manipulate the body in a very creative way. The consciousness is the toroidal field. It is your energy. It is your circumference, your sphere, whatever you want to call it. That is you. You are not the body. So, and hopefully there'll be that release. I think I'm hearing the TV.
Somebody's mic open?
No, mine.
I'm hearing what Brian's hearing.
It's
You're tracking TV. So, anyways, it's important. Hopefully, we'll get the real download in the educational system. So, really, consciously speaking, everything is all mind. So everything is external, and it has nothing to do with your brain whatsoever. And when people say they have Alzheimer's or whatever, it's contractual. Okay, you're contracting to fragment, to stall your motor, and to misplace information. That's what you're doing. That's why people have problems, is because your cells, the circulatory system, and everything else is lowering its vibration so you can have that experience from a physical contract. Nothing to do with memory. I know people would be like, confused or think like, well, that's really outside of the box. Well, that's my opinion, and that's how I see it from a energetic perspective. So anytime we have any ailments, when you go to the doctor and you agree with them, it is a verbal contract, and then you sign the paper to get the prescription. Then it's a physical contract, and then you play your part. It's like cosplaying to be sick, and then you help perpetuate the sickness. So, yeah, that's my thought on it.
Well, that's cool. If you guys would want to read over here in the comments, there's people bringing out some terrific information over here in the comments on the side. And, that's why we ask you when you come to the show, you bring a pen and paper, because I'm going to tell you right now, a lot of times we forget what we say, and it's good to write it down. And I got one lady, a very dear lady, very dear to me. She says, I write down notes of every show you do. And I thought, wow, thank you. I guess pretty honored. And so I guess we're all collectively doing something that's helping people, and that's what this show's all about. It's all about helping people, each other. What in the next couple days? What's going to happen in the next couple days? Well, we hope that 35 minutes ago, Brandon got picked up. Let's go, Brandon! Come on, Brandon! Get
Tear
to
that
the
mask
gallows.
off.
Go to the gallows.
Take that mask off. I want to see it. I want to see Jim Carrey come out looking like Vera.
Oh,
Or
my
you'll
God.
see
Whatever.
V Vendetta
Oh
moment
my
where
God.
everyone walks out of the government building wearing Biden masks.
Everybody does.
Yeah. Just to show you, yeah, we can all play the part.
That's right.
I can be a fat one.
Yeah. Yeah, oh, that's cool. Yeah. It's
Too funny.
I know.
Guys,
It's time to move the show on. I mean,
what I'm trying to say is, if we go next week, if we go this weekend and people are going in next week, then this show is going to have a completely different flavor, because I will be under an NDA, and it will be great. And I won't be talking about any of this stuff. I won't be answering any of those questions. I'll just say, if somebody asks a question like they are tonight, I'll just say, well, I'll be glad to answer that question for you in 90 days. And that's when I'll answer the question for you, because I'm going to shut my mouth.
I'll make you a promise. When that happens, I won't be here. I'm gone. I mean, I'm just gone.
Just got to do my music show. That's all I'm going to do. But you're going to find out how many musicians that you think are dead are actually alive. Mm-hmm. And the ones that you think are alive are actually dead. Okay? So, cool. Same way with the gender bending, Doc Wiedemann, my friend, says, can we talk chiropractic on here then? Yeah, Nuka. Let me tell you about a Nuka doctor. Doc Wiedemann is a Nuka doctor, and he's very exceptional about what he does. And it's based on the Atlas. And anything you want to type in about the Atlas and put it in the comments, Doc, I'll read it off for you. But he's adjusted me, and through the x-rays and stuff that I have had, he found out that I have micro little bitty tiny fractures or cracks, little tiny ones in my neck, and it's probably one of the reasons why I have all the neck and back pain. But I'm really looking forward to the med bed because I can't imagine just walking around and not having the neck and back pain, and more recently the sciatica pain. And wow. I've been dealing with it since I was 16 years old, the back pain. I was born with 1.5 vertebrae missing out of the bottom of my spine. It's fused to my pelvis. So there you go. And that's not my idea of a good time. Okay. And you learn to live with it, and you learn how to, operate within those parameters. And I would love to operate within the parameters of normalcy, and I know how many people out there that are sick that want the same thing. And that's why the med beds are going to be a blessing. Yes, I'm sorry to hear that, Deborah. And I know believe me, I know what you're dealing with. Chance's Nanya music show. Good one, Tara. That's a good one.
I like that.
Hi, I'm Chance McFadden. And if you want to talk about that other stuff, then it's Nanya business. Okay. But I have a lot of experience in the music field. You guys really don't know that. And I've told you a few times, but I really haven't performed for you or anything like that. And I'm not up to performing because unless my daughter's here, then we're ready. Give me a guitar and we're going to rock and roll because that's what we do, But the music show is just to keep some continuity going with the people and stuff. Then when the 90 days is up, I'm going to turn the show into a humanitarian show, and we're going to talk about our humanitarian projects, and we're going to talk about how we're helping people. We're going to talk about the law dogs, what it's doing to help people in the transitional period, and we're going to talk about the hemp houses. And and oh my God, Bear! When I talk about hemp houses to people, everybody, 50% of the people that we know that follow us on Telegram and here, oh, I want to be involved in the hemp houses. I want to work on that.
Yeah.
50% of them. And you know what? You're all welcome. Bring it on. We get too much money, we'll open another plant.
We open a few of them. Quite a few.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need them. And that between that and the metal roofs and the security system that we're going to put on them, they're going to be fireproof completely, completely impervious to any fire. They're just cool in the summer, warm in the winter. I think it's great. It's going to be a fantastic house. We're going to build thousands and thousands of them real fast. So it's going to be amazing, but we're going to get it done. We have a lot of people coming on board. We need a lot more. We're going to open up our own plants for making these products and putting them together and assembling them for everybody. So it's going to be a great time. It's going to be wonderful.
And
and go ahead, Brian.
Oh, I was going to say, wait till all the radium products come back.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if you can imagine having a radium heater in your house,
Mm-hmm.
in each room, and you don't even have to cut a tree down unless you want.
Nope.
Firewood to burn, or better yet, a replicator to replicate firewood, so you can leave the trees alone. Period.
Right.
In case you want something done.
Then you got Aether Power, so you never have a power bill.
Yeah.
We can do geothermal heating and cooling for what heating and cooling you're going to need. All comes from the ground, heat from the ground, cool from the ground, everything. Okay. Absolutely fantastic systems. And I studied up on those too a long time ago over at Ferris State. These houses are going to be fantastic. They're going to be more than what people are going to imagine. And comfortable, inexpensive to build. It's going to be fantastic. All they got to bring is their furniture. Come on in, sit down in your home.
Yep. Peaceful mind, joyous heart RV journey just said, I don't know if it's true, but I saw a post that Biden just had a brain aneurysm. Right on time, Brandon. Right on time.
Yeah, but
boy, you done something right.
Not soon enough.
Oh, yeah.
Not soon enough.
What news agency reported that? That's what I wanted.
I don't know. We're gonna find out, but listen. Okay, I'm telling you what. Ever since 9/11, and I woke up, and my family was sitting I had a really nice double wide trailer. Had a really nice one, and my family was sitting in the living room, and I go in there, and I wake up. And she goes, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And everybody's just freaking out and they're watching the Twin Towers come down. I was like out of phase with the universe. I couldn't, my brain couldn't unwrap, etc. No, I'm going back to bed. This is a bad dream, but it wasn't a bad dream. And I think about the other thing is, I think about the innocent lives and the children. How come there's always got to be children involved? Same way with the Oklahoma fertilizer bombing.
Because it's the Satanist way. It's what the Satanists do. They want to kill all the kids and invert everything else. It's their way.
My heart just, I don't cry. It takes a lot for me to cry, but my heart just, I just lay there and I just think about it, and I was at Dollar General yesterday in New London, and this precious little girl, she couldn't have been more than 2.5 or 3, and just had that just so cute curly hair and just darling, and she started doing this to me, just gawking at me. And these kids do that to me all the time, and it's either because it's one of two things: either they sense my energy, or it's the bright Superman shirt I have on, one or the other. I had one little boy said, he says, "Are you really Superman?" And I said to him, yeah. And, just trying to play with him a little bit, I said, yeah, I'm Superman. He says, can I fly with you? And I said, I would, but I have to have your dad's permission. And Dad was right there. And he says, no, when you get a little older, you can. Okay. But he said to me, how come you're so gray, Superman? And I said to him, well, honey, even Superman gets old. And he says, well, I guess that would make sense, and when I left, I kind of did one of those little, things out the way, playing into it. And it's phenomenal. It's phenomenal that I just love these kids, and the thought of any of them being tortured or murdered. That's why. You guys seen the mad side of me, not the entire mad side of me, but you've seen the revenge side of me. And I swear to God, you do say something to a kid in front of me, and you're going to feel the wrath of chance come down on you, because I'm telling you, I won't put up with it. I will not put up with it. And usually my gaze is enough to stop it, because here's the thing: I'm 5'6.5" tall. I'm kind of heavy. I got wider shoulders for a short guy. But I got that biker image. You know what I mean? My hair's down. I look like I'm rough. I look like a biker. Okay. And I'm not. I got a 97cc Honda. I'm big time biker. Okay. So I intimidate a lot of people just by gazing at them. And when I see somebody being mad to a kid or something, I go up and I'll give them the look. And I'll just give them the look, and I'm going to say, do you really want to do that? and that usually stops them, or they tell me to F off. But I'm telling you, I'm glad that I can do that, because I probably kept a few kids from getting their butts kicked. And it's just not right to abuse a child. You can teach more with love than you can with a paddle. Okay, you really can.
I was gonna
And
say, oh,
what
go
did
ahead,
you say,
James.
Brian?
I was
Go
going to
ahead.
say, this has been going on for 1,000 years. I mean, thousands and thousands of years.
I
Like,
know.
if what a lot of people, you should really understand. So the occult practices are more on the human side, all on the human side. Do you think the reptilians do it? No, actually, they don't really do it. They don't need to do it because they want the humans to do it for them, because they're the lackeys, they're the ones that can generate what you would call a product. And there's multiple products. So one of them is loosh, which they can collect, they can contain, they can shake it in a cocktail, almost like a drink, and they take it in. It's kind of like a drug. So thousands and thousands of years happened on Centauri and several other planets, and then one planet was pretty horrendous, and that planet didn't survive or its inhabitants. So this has been going on for a very, very long time on all human-like planets. And is the curtain going to close in this sector of the galaxy? Yes, it closes. And will we be able to do something for another planet that's outside of our jurisdiction in the future? Oh yeah, we will. It's astronomically huge out there. You'd be surprised as how long this cleanup process has been taken. Hundreds of thousands of years. It is nothing in creation is a quick fix. Same for the surface planet, because there's still choice. And even though I represent a higher format of a conscious being, I am in full agreement in a great many things where I want to see, the human do some of the work, represent themselves transparently, show me what you can do and what you can't do. I will do for you behind the scenes. And that's how they've been doing it a majority of the time. No one wants to be a savior, and especially interstellar beings. You'll find that Valiant Thor doesn't want to be idolized. None of them do. None of them wish to, be someone's savior or looked upon or idolized. We just want you to step up to the plate, do what you need to do. We'll greet you, we'll shake your hand, and we'll get along just fine and keep moving forward. Back to you, Chance. Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Brian. Hey, listen, we got Sophia over here talking about electroculture, and she's also talking about hydroponics. Is there a way to combine those? Is there a way to combine? Okay,
absolutely.
That's what I'm thinking, man. If we can grow tomatoes the size of basketballs with electroculture, then why can't we make them the size of strawberries?
Strawberries the size of beach balls. I kid you not.
Yeah,
that's amazing. We're getting ready to fire up our hydroponic system here in a little bit.
That's
we're just
great.
waiting for it to warm up a little bit. And we're going all electroculture, hydroponics. It's awesome. It works fantastic.
Well, I actually have no
levels. Other than that, it's easy. It's a very simple system to maintain.
Right. Well, I actually haven't had no on-hands experience with electroculture, but I know how to do it. I've studied, and I am going to plant 2 tomato plants out here, and I'm going to put a cage on them, and I'm going to do the electroculture thing. And just for giggles and grins, I'm going to kind of overdo it. I'm going to put 4 rods out there. Okay.
You know what? If you make your cages out of copper
Yeah.
You know, the cage that holds up your tomato plants. You
Right.
set that down over them. Watch how crazy they get, and make them above that gets. You're gonna have monster tomatoes. It's really, really cool. They've been doing this for a long, long time. My wife is really good at it. And she's
Yes.
like, here, you got to try this. I'm like, try what? She said, this Electroculture. I'm like, and this is years ago, quite a few years ago. And she goes, try this. I'm like, holy crap. All right, I'll try it. And man, does it work. Oh my goodness, does it work. It does. It's
See?
amazing.
Just what you just said about copper wire. Look, put a pole in there in the garden.
Yeah.
I've seen that video about that too. It's amazing.
They've been doing it for decades and decades and decades,
Right.
but you know, everybody got pulled away from it. They got shied away from the whole 9 yards. And
Just
how
a
thick the
thin copper wire
DMD?
on a wood dial.
14 gauge. 14 gauge. 14. I found 14 works great because it'll hold its shape. It's real easy to work with. You can just spin it around anything you want. You know, have a couple of rods, spin it around the rods going up, make a cage around your plants. Man, watch them go nuts. They will go nuts.
I'll give you one better. If you, of course, this would take like probably a good 10,000 years. It's a lot of the trees with nothing but redwood trees. You change the oxygen dynamics, which changes the formula of the seed. So you can imagine like growing, like literally a beach ball of a tomato. And that also changes the parameters of the seed. So you're going to get a bigger seed. And I'm sure giants would love to, you know, walk around this planet, eat, and to them, you know, since they're so giant, it'd just be like a small cherry tomato. And you're like, here you go.
All right.
Have a snack.
Yeah, have a snack. Not me.
Julie, 14 gauge wire on that is what Bear said. And also, she asked a question over here. Julie asked a question. I wanted to make sure I addressed it.
That was the 14 gauge one. Okay.
Yeah. Hydroponics and electroculture. Yeah, that's real good. Let's see. I'm trying to see. You twirl it around the rod. Brother Dave is probably going to be on Sunday afternoon show. Brother Dave from Minnesota. He's kind of a guru on this electroculture stuff, just like Bear is. So maybe we can have some chats on that on Sunday at 2:00 on the Chance Live Chat Telegram channel, which is put together by Patriot Intel and Bear. Thank you for being a moderator. Julie is our other moderator. She's taking a break for a while because she's been working her little tail off, and I wanted to talk about security. Okay, the price of copper and gold is moving up. Yes, I see that, and it's going to go all at once. I'm expecting, this is just a prediction on my part, but I'm expecting for you to see silver hit $200 an ounce when the RV happens. What happens to gold, I don't know. Okay. Will med beds kill the parasites? Absolutely, brother. Absolutely. And yep. And I want to help I want all these people to be helped that need the med beds. I want them all. Do you know which bank in Canada? Yes, Wells Fargo. Wells Fargo is the lead bank. If there's going to be any other, I don't know. You know the other ones.
Yeah, TD and Royal Canadian Bank are the other two that I heard of, or that I know are going to be in part of it.
Right. I heard Mr. Trump-tastic could be alive or could not be alive.
I hope so.
I hope he is, and I'll tell you why. He not only was he a real cheerleader for Trump and the movement and the allies, but I think he was probably, if I had to guess, I give you good educated guess. I think he's still alive. I think he just went dark because he was probably getting threatened because he was waking up a lot of people. Mr. Trump-tastic was doing a really good job. He was fantastic. Now let's see. well, somebody wanted to know if they would be tornado proof for the hemp houses. Would
If they would be
your
what?
security tornado proof? Would your hemp
absolutely.
houses?
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, the security system that we're putting on the houses is literally bulletproof, bomb-proof. Any inclement weather stops all of it. Tells temperature, has video availability. They're amazing. And they create a point of egress. Every opening in the structure is a point of egress during an emergency. So you don't have to use bars on your windows or anymore. That stuff's gone. It's old. It's dead technology. But the system that we invented is impervious to all that junk. It's not going to have any problems. Opens automatically. You can open up the whole house at one time or the whole building at one time to ventilate it. Creates like I said, every point of the structure becomes a point of egress, a point of exit during an emergency, but nobody can get in it except you. And if you allow medical personnel to enter your property, that's up to you. And you control that right from your phone, laptop, whatever.
What about Australia, Bear?
I'm sorry?
What about Australia? Which banks are going to be the lead banks in Australia?
I don't know that one. You know what? I got to talk to. Captain Marvel knows. I think I'm pretty sure he knows which ones. I don't know.
Well, listen, we'll probably have a chat with him tomorrow morning. So if we do, remind me to rattle his cage about that.
I'll ask him tonight.
Because my guess is they might be getting notifications now.
They might be.
Keep in mind, people, that these tornadoes and these weather, it's not natural. This is all manipulated. So you're assuming, like, think of it this way. I'd focus on the great thing about the idea of 1,000 years of peace. Okay, it literally means no shenanigans, none. That means weather manipulation. They'll have, like, you're gonna find that there's gonna be so much interstellar tech. The moment a tornado or something pops, they'll send a drone out to just calm it down, and it'll do absolutely nothing. They'll just rewrite the frequency, and it'll be like a drizzle and like nothing.
Now listen to what Brian's saying. Listen to what Brian just said. Now you understand why insurance companies won't be needed.
Yeah, you won't need any.
Understand. Listen to what Brian just said. Tell it to him one more time, Brian.
The technology that's coming out is it's like the 200 packages. You can think of it as like a very special treat. So you're unwrapping that one, but you haven't even seen all the other ideas in the candy basket yet. That's just a snippet. Once they start introducing more and more of the interstellar technologies, it's like, watching the Valorian of 1,000 Planets, like that movie, where you're going to be so expansive, and there's just going to be so much opportunity. I mean, you're going to do so many different things. So you won't have to worry about the car insurances. You won't have to worry about house insurance, because there will be a kind of like preparedness anyways. There'll be,
exactly,
have radiation, blocking, natural radiation blocking, anti-quake proof, all that stuff. Your cars they'll fly by themselves. You won't have to drive, because the system is going to be, taken care of in that. Everything will meet its checks and balances. So there's all these layers that are being stripped away. And same thing with, like, certain structures of the police force. Does that mean the police will go away? No. But will their title change? Possibly.
Oh, yeah, it's going to change.
Yeah, same for like your laws, lawyers, and especially judges. Will
Right.
ideas like that change? All of it is going to change. But a lot of it you won't need. So you won't need doctors, but you'll still have like nutritionists. You'll still have things that make sense for people to kind of gain knowledge. But you're not going to have someone that gives you prescription. You're not going to have someone that treats you. You're in charge of you. That's the best part. Most of the things you're going to learn, you're going to be in what I like to call virtual realms. A lot of your training will be virtual realms. A lot of the military, is our military still going to exist? You bet your butt it's going to exist. And I'm going to look forward to going back on a military base, seeing some of the new fun toys that I remember. Immersion games with no end scenarios. Horrific. Cool. They suck. You don't win, but it gives you the feeling, the dynamics, and the rush, especially when you're a guy with testosterone, right? So you need that experience, and they're great training tools for when you are under the pressure. So there's a lot of things. It's phenomenal. Chemists in engineering in a safe environment, in immersion realms, it's going to be like the Matrix in so many ways. But also it's going to have a high benevolent parameters. So look forward to it. You're going to get to redefine yourself for sure.
I'm going to give you some final thoughts now. Before we get out of here, everybody gives a final thought. And my final thought for tonight is antennas, Empire State Building, Trump Tower. Okay? They've got the free energy already. Empire State Building has operated from day one with free energy. Trump knew about it 30 years ago, 40 years ago, and he implemented it. And Julie said about the antennas that are popping up, it's happening, folks. And it ain't going to be, it's coming soon to a movie theater near you. Okay? So get ready. Med beds are coming. RVs coming. I appreciate your donations. 319-561-0064. Chance McFadden, Brian McFadden. And your donations help us keep going. And I just want to say, be good to yourselves and each other. And I love you all. Final thoughts from Bear.
I'm hoping the Sarah's out any minute. I hope EAS is right on its tail.
Mm-hmm.
I hope the RV goes right after that. I'm looking for all three to happen quickly. We're going to see in a minute. I'm hoping we're going to be done with this rodeo here in a second. Now, when Iraq comes out with their announcement on Saturday, I hope the announcement hits. Everybody in country knows what it is. All their cards have show the 3.91 rate. So it's already in the country. It just needs to go international. Hopefully we'll get that any minute now. That's what I got.
All right. Fascinating, Brian. What's your final thoughts for tonight?
Well, my final thoughts is, well, I have two things. One, be extremely creative with your future now moment or all your now moments. Don't limit yourself to just this planet. Think outside the box. Think big. Think like all those fascinating and amazing movies that you wanted to take part in, but in real life. Very much in real life, especially Star Trek. Are you kidding me? Secondly, for those that want to tap into the higher self, unlock and be more of your greater version of you, or you want spiritual tools, please contact me and leave a message and I will get back with you. 774-208-2377. And I just ask that donations equal exchange of energy, of how you value my time and energy as I would value your time and energy. And that's it.
Doc G, what do you got, brother?
Well, I just want to let everybody know we were at the film festival this weekend, and it was just amazing. We met some really good filmmakers. I read the awards. It was wonderful, and I'm also a guide at a old house. It's a tour guide for 1730s, 1840s. The second and third graders, the kids are so they want to soak up so much information, and it's just nice to be me and give them that information, and I love passing that on to people. I see smiles, hear questions, and I say to people, why don't you just question everything you hear so you know what to expect? And I think the children today, like my kids, um, they have a better chance than a lot of people don't, and I feel bad for the people that have cancer. Please alkaline your body. I don't know if you can hear me say this, but alkaline your body. There's so many different ways to alkaline your body. Just do it and wait for the Nasara and Gasara to come, and we'll all help you as best we can. Thank you. God bless.
Hey guys, we're here every Thursday night, 7:30 Central Time. We're on Hamilton Radio 1 on YouTube. Do a search for that. We are on Facebook page, Hamilton Radio Family, and we're on a plethora of other platforms. We should have them listed at chancemcfadden.com, but I appreciate all you guys for tuning in. God bless you all, and I want you to be safe. And remember, I love you all. I really do. Thank you very much for tuning in. I love this musical arrangement. That's why I use it for a closing theme. Y'all come back now, yeah?
Good night, everybody.
Bye, everybody.